Knock, knock. Who's there?
I had the opportunity to completely renovate my house in 2019. So I made the decision to make it a smart home. In this episode, I'll share my experiences with my connected house. I'll show you what products I use with an idea of cost, how to set up a HomeKit device, and give you a taste of some of the possibilities smart home automation can provide. In the description is a list of products I have used with the cost and links to each item. So, without getting into super expensive custom systems, there are 3 companies in the smart home industry: Amazon, Google, and Apple. Despite the premium cost for Apple HomeKit products, I made the choice to go with HomeKit devices because of the commitment that Apple has to protecting user data. Apple has repeatedly stated they do not share user data. All HomeKit devices can be set up through the Home app on your iPhone or iPad and managed from one location. I have experienced the other 2 ecosystems to be more confusing to add supported devices. Apple HomeKit devices come with a code to scan, making the setup process really simple. For starters, you'll need at least one of the following items in your home for HomeKit automations to function properly: an Apple TV 4K, a HomePod or HomePod Mini, or even an iPad connected to an outlet would work. Before we get into automations, here are some of the products I use. All of my light switches are Leviton Smart Decora light switches. These switches have been rock solid. One of the best features is the ability to set them up in standard 3- and 4-way configurations. Not all smart switches work this way, and can be frustrating when you're trying to retrofit a smart switch into a standard 3-way setup. I have a LiftMaster garage door with MyQ, and a MyQ bridge which allows HomeKit integration. I have 5 Hunter Apache HomeKit ceiling fans installed in bedrooms and living spaces. These devices have had issues staying connected to my network, so I have a hard time recommending them. It's frustrating to open the Home app and see that my fans are not responding. Usually, power cycling the devices fixes the issue. I have a quick-set lock that is HomeKit compatible. There are many other brands for smart locks, but I really like the feature that all quick-set locks can be easily rekeyed. When my budget allows, I'll be getting my hands on a relatively new product named Brilliant. They have a device that replaces your light switch with a screen. Cameras are built in for an intercom system. They've also crammed a motion sensor into the unit. Vizio and LG both support HomeKit on new smart TVs. I have an LG model that works really well. For security cameras, I went with Arlo Pro 2. They function with HomeKit now, but don't take advantage of all the features. I intend to try UFi Cam 2. There are many kinds of sensors available. I have found door and motion sensors to be most helpful with automation. They use batteries that I haven't needed to replace in 2 years and have never had connection issues. Smart plugs can come in handy also. I have a smart plug named Coffee Maker that can schedule to brew my coffee before I wake up in the morning. HomeKit blinds are out there. IKEA has some of the cheapest ways to enter this market. I don't have these installed in my house yet. However, I think it'd be awesome to schedule the blinds to open and close based on your arrival and departure or the time of day. Ratio offers a smart sprinkler controller, which is cool. I had installed this product at my previous residence, but didn't find the smart features to be worth the cost. Philips Hue has a great reputation for lights. For me, they were the gateway that got me interested in turning my house into a smart home. They have consistently stayed connected to the network and respond quickly. The most vital part to a successful, issue-free smart home is choosing the correct network. I have over 60 Wi-Fi devices in my home and have gone through several different routers looking for the best fit. I started out with the router provided by AT&T. It made reliable connections to my devices, but struggled to give streaming devices proper bandwidth. When I would try streaming a movie, it would pause occasionally to buffer. I went with the Asus Blue Cave next. It managed to give me better bandwidth, but struggled to keep all of my devices connected. So I figured a mesh network would solve this problem. I heard that Eero had good customer support, so I tried the Eero mesh. It did a good job delivering high-speed connections and keeping most devices up and running. However, it did drop connections too often for my liking. Then came Wi-Fi 6, which is designed for homes with 60+ devices. I traded my Eero in for an Eero 6 Pro with Wi-Fi 6. I ran into the same problem with the Eero 6 Pro. Oddly, My light switches stopped responding. I contacted customer support and they were able to resolve the issue by rolling my firmware back. But then my ceiling fans stopped responding. I worked with Eero tech support for a few weeks. I tried all of their recommendations, but the issue wasn't resolved. I ended up splurging on the Amplify Alien Wi-Fi 6 router. It's made by Ubiquiti, a company with outstanding network experience. I haven't had any issues with it yet. It turns out the problem with the devices losing connection is because some devices don't work well on 5 GHz. The Amplify Alien allows me to create a 2.4 GHz network for the devices that don't play well with 5 GHz. When you get a new HomeKit device, it will come with an 8-digit code. Install the device and make sure it's powered on and ready to connect to HomeKit. Open the Home app on your iPhone and press the plus sign in the top left next to the Home icon. Select Add Accessory. Use the camera to scan the code. Sometimes the camera will not read the code, and you'll have to press I don't have a code or cannot scan. On the screen that follows, select the device that corresponds to the HomeKit code. Allow the device to access your home Wi-Fi network. Once the device connects, you'll have the ability to assign it to a room and give it a name. It's that easy. In the Home app, at the bottom of the screen is an automation tab. And they let me switch to an iPad so you can see this better. The automations tab can be found in the left menu. This is where all the fun stuff happens. You can set up devices to act according to triggers or events. For example, when the camera on my garage detects motion, the floodlights turn on for 1 minute. I have an automation set up that turns on a light when my keyboard drawer opens, and it turns the light off when the drawer closes. You can also have automations that happen when you leave your house. I don't take full advantage of this like I should. You can automatically shut things off when you leave for work. I have lights around my house that come on when motion is detected. These come in handy when I get up in the middle of the night and walk to my kitchen for a drink of water. One convenient feature about HomeKit cameras is the ability to use your voice to show what your cameras see. I'm using my Apple TV remote here, but this also works with iPhone and iPad. All you have to do is summon Siri and say, "Show me name of camera." Let me walk you through how to set up a simple automation. I have a motion sensor and a smart light. When the motion detector in my entryway detects motion, the light fixture turns on for 4 minutes. Here's how to make that happen. Open the Home app. With the automation tab selected, press the plus arrow. We want the action to happen when a sensor detects something. Press Next and locate the sensor you want to use. Select Next. Detects motion is already selected. On this screen, you have the option to limit the time of day this automation is enabled, or if you'd like the automation to only happen while you're home, press Next. Scroll to the device you want to control. Next again. Let's have the light turn on to 52% and turn off after 3 minutes. Press Done and you're all set. Personally, the greatest feature of my smart home is the ability to control your home with your voice. When it's time for dinner, I summon my assistant and tell her, "It's dinner time." All my lights dim down, music is turned off, the TV gets shut down, and the lights above my table are turned on. When I lay down in bed, I say, "Hey, good night," and all my lights turn off. HomePod pauses the music, my TV turns off, the garage door checks to make sure it's closed, and my ceiling fan turns on. The options are truly endless. I no longer have to subject myself to the noise of an alarm. Each weekday morning at 6:45 a.m., selected lights throughout my house turn on and my bedroom fan stops. This is enough to wake me up, and it is a far more peaceful way to start the day. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to this channel.